Magandang buhay mga master. Last episode ay nagpunta tayo sa pinakamaganda at pinakamabisitang lugar dito sa Alberta, Canada at ito ay ang Lake Louise dito sa Banff National Park. Sobrang dami talaga ang pumapasyal dito dahil isa ito sa pinakapaboritong pasyalan ng mga turista dito sa Canada. At hindi mo pwedeng palagpasin ito kung ikaw ay naririto na sa Banff. Maraming beses na rin namin itong napuntahan at hindi kami nagsasawa na balik-balikan ito kasama ng aking mahal na asawa at ng aming mga anak. Hindi man kami nagtagal dito maghapon, pero yung ilang oras na pag-stay dito ay sapat na para maramdaman namin ang ganda ng kalikasan. Kaya i-prepare mo ng iyong merienda master at samahan mo kami sa aming susunod na destination dahil pagkatapos namin dito sa Lake Louise ay pupuntahan naman natin ang isang kakaibang trip dahil kahit summer ay hindi nauubos ang mga snow.
Yes, Daddy!
Ang sabi nila kakayanin naman daw namin ang pagpunta dito. Yung sa Glacier Tour bus pa lang kasi kailangan ba talaga sumakay? Kinakabahan ako dito. Makakaahon ba yan doon? Kaya mo ba?
Excited about that? Kind of excited. The Dene. We have the history of this place. It's just hotel. And in just a moment, you're going to feel a slight jolt. This is my transmission. Don't cry, baby. This is. Yeah, we're all having a good time back there. 170 or so years. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, what are we doing driving big diesel buses on a melting glacier? What is up with that?
Welcome back ulit dito sa ating channel at nasa tama kang channel, ang channel ng mga master. Yeah ba? Itong susunod naman na pupuntahan natin ay tinatawag nilang Glacier Experience kung saan pupuntahan natin yung glacier or yung mga snow o yelo na nasa taas ng mga bundok na hindi natutunaw. Isa rin itong attraction dito sa Alberta at ito ay ang Columbia Icefield Glacier Adventure. Pero bago tayo makarating dyan ay papakita ko muna sa inyo kung gaano kaganda ang daan magmula sa Lake Louise papunta dito sa Columbia Icefield. Makisipol ka lang master habang binabaybay natin ang Highway AB 93 North. Tara!
Yes, Daddy!
Habang binabaybay natin itong highway papuntang Columbia Glacier ay may madadaanan tayong isa pang attraction. Although maliit lang siya, ay marami din ang tumitigil dito. At ito ang tinatawag nilang The Crossing Resort dito sa may Highway 93 and Highway 11 Improvement District No. 9. Open sila 24 hours pero di ko lang alam kung bukas din ng 24 hours ang restaurant sa loob at yung gasoline station sa labas. At syempre magpipicture-picture muna tayo. Hindi natin pwedeng palagpasin ito.
Yes, Daddy!
Sa loob nito ay may malawak silang food court or restaurant. Hindi na kami kumain dito dahil mga busog pa naman kami at hindi pa oras ng lunch ko. At tulog pa naman yung mga anak namin. At meron din silang mga merch na mga mabibili dito tamang-tama para sa mga turistang tulad ko. Pero higit sa lahat, kaya ito tinitigilan ay hindi lang dahil sa gasolinahan, kundi sa washroom. Joke lang. Travel time from Lake Louise to Columbia Icefield Glacier Adventure is about 1.5 hours via Highway AB 93 going north. It is a 130 kilometers drive. Along the way, sa bandang kaliwa ay masisilayan mo ang karugtong ng Buhay River at sa kanan naman ay ang Mount Hector. At sa tapat ng Mount Hector ay makikita mo rin ang napakagandang Hector Lake. May mga viewpoint ito or tigilan para sa mga traveler para masilayan ang ganda nito. Along Highway 93 ay makikita mo rin ang Peyto Lake at meron din siyang upper viewpoint pero kailangan mong pumasok at kumaliwa sa Bow Pass. After nito ay may stopover din para sa Mount Patterson Glacier. Maganda ito master, dapat matigilan mo rin at madadaanan mo rin ang Waterfall Lake Campground at meron din silang viewpoint para sa Waterfall Lake at sa magagandang glacier view sa tapat nito. Master, tumigil muna kami dito sa Big Bend Peak. Big Bend Peak is a 2,804-meter mountain summit located in the upper north Saskatchewan River Valley in Banff National Park in the Canadian Rockies of Alberta, Canada. Its nearest higher peak is Mount Saskatchewan, 5.5 kilometers to the south. Napakaganda dito master, kaya lang sobrang taas at kung medyo matatakotin ka sa heights, hindi ito para sa iyo. So pag natapos ka dito, around 15 minutes na lang ang layo ng Columbia Icefield at makikita mo naman sa magkabila ay ang mga naggagandahang mountain at makikita mo na sasalubong sa iyo napakagandang Mount Athabasca. Talaga masasabi mong sulit ang iyong pasyal dito dahil hindi mo ito makikita at may experience sa city.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Bago po ang lahat ay nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo na nakasubaybay dito sa ating channel at tunay kayong mga masters. At meron na po tayong 1,500 subscribers! Yay! Hindi po namin maaabot ito kung hindi dahil sa inyo. I-share nyo lang po ang aming mga videos para po maipakita natin sa ating mga kababayan ang ganda ng Canada. Yeah ba?
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Masarap din, Master, kung mai-share natin ang mga ito sa ating mga kababayan around the world. Malay mo, isa ka na pala sa susunod na makakarating dito at least magkakaroon ka na ng idea sa pagpunta dito.
Master Casey Channel.
The Columbia Icefield Adventure departs from the Columbia Icefield Glacier Discovery Centre, located on the Icefields Parkway, Highway 93 North, 1 hour south of Jasper and 2.5 hours north of Banff. The Icefields Parkway has been recognized as one of the most scenic drives in the world, with over 100 visible glaciers, turquoise lakes, rushing waterfalls, and numerous hiking trails, picnic spots, and campgrounds. From Banff, travel 55 km west on the Trans-Canada Highway to Lake Louise, then travel 125 kilometers north from Lake Louise on the Icefield Parkway, Highway 93 North to the Columbia Icefield. From Jasper, travel 108 kilometers south on the Icefield Parkway to the Columbia Icefield. Hindi mo malalagpasan ito dahil malaki ang building nila at iilan lang ang building dito sa Highway 93 North. Based on their websites, tours departs every hour from the Columbia Icefield Center. Tour times fill quickly and do sell out on some days, most especially on summer season. So kung planado naman ang iyong vacation at isa ito sa iyong pupuntahan, isasuggest ko sa iyo na mag-book ka na ng ticket mo online at i-reserve mo na yung ideal time na plano mo para wala ka ng
Oh,
hassle.
yes, Daddy.
At kung wala ka naman dalang food, don't worry, Master, may dining din dito. Ito ay ang Altitude Restaurant at ang Chalet Restaurant. At kung gusto mo rin ng madalian, meron dito yung pangmayamang kape. At ito yung Starbucks. Sarap doon, di ba?
Yes, Daddy.
So, nandito kami ngayon sa Columbia Icefield. Anong oras schedule natin? 5? Dumating kami ng tanghali dito. 5 pa yung schedule namin. So, wala na kami mapuntahan. Magsasayang kasi ng gasolina lang. Malayo pa yung pabalik namin ng Calgary mamaya. So, maghintay na lang kami dito. Relax. Relax muna kami. Habang ang view natin ay ito. Visiting the Columbia Icefield in the Athabasca Valley is like peering into the hearts of the planet. Guests can fully experience the powerful force of the Columbia Icefield and learn about the fascinating history of this ever-evolving ancient area. On this incredible experience, you'll travel on a massive ice explorer all-terrain vehicle to the Athabasca Glacier, a 10,000-year-old sheet of ice where you can walk on, feel and drink the glacier. From there, you'll head to the glass-floored Skywalk for a jaw-dropping walk at the cliff's edge. Sa loob nito ay meron din silang gift shop at pwede ka rin bumili ng mga iba't ibang gamit at souvenirs.
Oh, yes,
At halos lahat ng nandirito ay locally made. Ibig sabihin matutulungan mo pa ang mga local businesses. Malaking bagay din ang pagtulong sa mga local business kaya kahit maliit na item lang, ang kukunin mo ay makakatulong na ito sa kanila. Kaya tuwing kami ay may pupuntahang bagong lugar, naghahanap talaga kami ng mga souvenir items na pwede naming maiuwi. Ikaw, Master, nagko-collect ka rin ba ng mga souvenirs sa mga pinapasyalan mo?
Yes, Daddy.
And finally, after long hours of waiting, ay naririto na kami sa pilahan papunta sa bus station. Siyempre, double check muna nila yung mga tickets para mapapila ka nila sa tamang bus at sa tamang destination. At dito ay ihahatid tayo halfway paakyat sa glacier. Naalala ko pa couple years ago ay yung mismong malalaking bus na agad ang sasakyan mo kapag umakyat ka sa mountain. Pero binago na nila yung glacier experience and I think mas maganda yung ganitong setup at mapifeel mo na talagang turista ka. Master, ready ka na ba? Huwag kang bibitiw ha at para ma-experience mo rin ang Glacier Walk.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Master Casey Channel.
Years old and younger, so we can open up one more spot. Can anybody move a seat? Yes, one. We got one spot right here. Awesome, thank you so much. Now we have a full pass. Alrighty, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Are you guys okay? I'm so sad. So my name's Catherine, and I'll take you guys up to the transfer bay. This will take about 5 minutes for us to get up there. And from there, you'll hop on the big red Ice Explorer. Ooh, that's what we're all excited for, right? We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Alright, so I'm going to buckle myself up and we will get going. Sound good? Yes? Alright.
Martin. We're going there.
Alright. Well, I just want to start off acknowledging that we are on treaty 6 and 8 of the Stony Dakota People's Land right now. So before any other man had stepped foot in this land, the Stony Dakota people were truly with their settlers for thousands of years. And we are just a seasonal attraction here at the Columbia Icefield, and that's because the snow from the highway will reach the top third level of the Discovery Centre. That is a lot of snow. I'm not shoveling that, so I'm way gone when it's winter time. Now, did anybody travel through Jasper or Banff today? Yes? Oh, well, that's great, because that's the only way we can get out here. So I'm glad you guys made it. You didn't get lost. Now, if you were traveling through Jasper or Banff, you would have traveled through one of 3 ecoregions of the Canadian Rockies, and that is what we call the Montane. And the Montane is where the most towns sit at the bottom of the valley. There's lots of big bodies of water, lots of vegetation and furry creatures. But here at the Columbia Icefield, we are in the second ecoregion. So if you're looking out the windows, we have a lot of vegetation out here, but they're small and short shrubs close to the ground. And we are driving through the subalpine. And we can still find lots of furry creatures out in this area, such as dogs, goats, bighorn, sheep, furry creatures like my roommate. And if you're looking out your left window, we also only have needle trees out of this area, no leafy ones. Because the roots are so heavy and strong, they rip the leaves off the branches, so only the needles can survive. But can you guys guess how old the trees are on the left-hand side? What do you think? So they're roughly around 400 years old. Yeah, and that's because they only get 6 weeks to grow, so it starts its height and its growth kind of like mine during the winter time. So cold. And if you're looking up at the top of the mountain out the window, that is the third ecoregion, and that's what you'll be traveling through while you're on your ice explorer tour. And that is what we call the alpine. And the alpine, we can see there's no vegetation up there. And that's because the weather is so cold and so harsh and strong that no vegetation can survive that kind of weather. So it's bald and nothing can grow, kind of like my dad's hair. Yeah. Now we are pulling up to the transfer bay. I'll get off the bus first, and you all can follow me. Just be sure to grab everything because we might not have me when you guys go to the Skywalk. So you want to take everything with you.
Master Jason Channel.
Pretty excited about that. I hope you're kind of excited. It's a little bit toasty on the bus. If you'd like to activate the air conditioning, you just slide the windows open. If you're cold, you can slide them on closed. I also recommend seatbelts. If you're on this side of the bus, they go over the shoulder. If you're on this side of the bus, they go over the shoulder.
Yan, ang sinasakay namin ngayon. Ice Explorer. Columbia Icefield. Let's go!
And we're off like a herd of turtles. Now I've got you for the next hour or so we should get to know each other. Let's hang out. Let's be friends. Let's start with where you're from. Where are you from? Like just north of Toronto. Like where? Barrie? Orangeville. No way. I know where that is. Anybody else? Where are you from? Yeah, where are you from? Oh, is everyone from Orangeville? Surely not. Orangeville's not that big. Well, welcome from wherever you're from. Welcome to here. So great to have you. We're just gonna put her into 6-wheel drive, because we can. I don't mean to brag or anything. Oh, yeah. What a day. I don't know if you know this, but the weather is never this nice. So, take a second, high five whoever planned your trip today, because you got super, super lucky. This is the one day of summer we're gonna get. You laugh. Do you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. It's so nice today. Yeah, what a day. And what a place to be. You probably already know this, but the Columbia Icefield is a really special place. And I'm going to give you another reason why it's special. It's special because it's sacred to several different indigenous groups from this area, especially the Blackfoot, the Cree, the Dene, the Métis, the Inuit, and the Stony Yithka, the Stony Mountain people. And I saved them for last, not because I forgot, but because we have a very special friendship, a special partnership with the Stony people. At least once a year. Sometimes twice a year. But at least once a year, members of the Stony Nation will come out for a visit. They'll spend the whole day with us tour guides. We're so lucky. They'll teach us traditional words. They'll tell us traditional stories. And then we have permission to use those on our tours. And I think that's an incredible thing. I can't wait to get into that with you. So the history of this place goes back so much further than you might expect. There's evidence of human activity in this area for the last 12,000 years. And most people, when they think of Canada, they think it's a new country. I mean, our government is a fairly new system, but there's been people here for thousands and thousands of years, and we know this because just in our area even, we found pictographs, so cave paintings, arrowheads, stone tools, all carbon dated anywhere between the last 8,000 to 12,000 years. But before that, like way, way, way before that, about 550 million years ago, this entire area was completely underwater. It was a tropical inland sea. And didn't that just blow your mind? So picture this, everything that is now a mountain was at that time flat seafloor. And then, jumping a few million years, the tectonic plates crashed together like bulldozers. And they piled up huge masses of limestone. And then, jumping a few more million years, the last ice age happened. And in this period, great sheets of ice covered this part of North America, and massive glaciers carved their way through these piles of limestone, carving these mountain shapes that we have right here, right now. And they left us with relics like the Columbia Icefield and the Athabasca Glacier, which you will be able to see in 3, 2, 1. There it is, my friends. Ta-da! The Athabasca Glacier, looking very blue with this cloud cover. Isn't she beautiful? The last time the Stony Elders were here, they taught us their traditional name for the Athabasca Glacier. Would you like to hear it? Yes? Okay. They call it Shaha Tonga. Shaha is ice, Tonga is great or big, so there we have it, great big ice. And it is. It's about 6 kilometers long, it's about 1 kilometer wide, and at its deepest point it is just under 300 meters, it's about 960 feet deep. And on either side of this big ice, you'll see these long slopes of loose rock. These are the lateral moraines. This rock was pushed up by the glacier as it expanded to fill the valley, and we're left behind as it melts, showing us just how deep and just how tall the glacier used to be back at its maximum. I just a quick microphone check. You can all hear me at the back. Yeah, we're all having a good time back there. Oh, I'm happy to hear that because it's all downhill from here. But I mean that because we're going to go down the lateral moraine. But first, I'm going to build the suspense a little bit. We've got a couple of safety features to put into place. One is my seatbelt. If you don't have your seatbelt on, now is a really good time to do that. Alright, consensus. The suspense has been built. We're amped. We're stoked. Alright, let's do it. And as we go down, just have it imagine. Picture the glacier being this deep and this tall because at one time not so long ago, it was. And in just a moment, you're going to feel a slight jolt. This is my transmission engaging. Just means all of our wheels will rotate at the same speed at the same time. Don't cry, baby. This is the fun part. Just for the moment, I'm going to pause the commentary. I'll let the landscape speak for itself so I can focus on the road ahead. I'll check in with you a little closer to the bottom. Sound good?
Holy.
Attention all passengers. This is your captain speaking. Our cruising altitude is declining steadily. We're about halfway down the moraine. I thought I'd just check in and say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hello back there. Yeah, we're all reasonably relaxed. We're all getting a good view of the roof. If you're curious, this is a 32% grade. That means for every meter we go down, we go out 32 in feet. That's every 3 feet we go down, we go out 75, 80. It's pretty steep. I don't want to brag or anything. It's like the slowest roller coaster ever. You could say we're going at a glacial pace. Oh no. No, not that one. Alright, no worries. I'm going to recover from that and we'll just level out here. We'll kick it up into a higher gear. Almost there. That will do. Yeah, I want to talk to you about this glacier here. That's the reason we've all come, isn't it? Now we're getting up close and personal. In the month of July, for the whole thing, the entire month of July, we had a group of scientists out here, physicists, they study physics, and they were proving a thesis. They were trying to figure out how long the glacier has left versus how fast it's melting and how fast it's moving. Just a couple of nights ago, they presented their thesis and their findings to us tour guides. It was pretty fascinating. And it's still pretty fresh and still feeling pretty nerdy. So let me share with you what they shared with us. The Athabasca Glacier is melting. I'm sure that didn't blow anybody away, but the rate at which it's melting is pretty astounding. We're losing about 10 to 15 meters of ice every year. That's, what is that, 30 to 45 feet. That's just in length. We're losing quite a bit in depth as well. It's a little harder to measure because the glacier isn't flat. But if you look to your left, you'll see that lateral moraine that we just came down. It'll give you a pretty good idea of how much volume we've lost in the last 170 or so years. Now I know what you're thinking. Ness, what are we doing driving big diesel buses on a melting glacier? What is up with that? I hear you. I am begging what you're mowing. I resonate with that. And let me assure you that we love our glacier. We do everything we can to keep our impact at an absolute minimum. And one of the ways we do that is by washing our tires. So this, my friends, is the Athabasca tire wash. It is a good idea. You know what? This is one of the most important things I do every day, all day. This is it right here. The last thing we want to do is contribute to this mess out here. And this mess out here, and all this dirt you see, it's naturally occurring. It's actually ground up by the glacier's own movement. Of course, it's very, very heavy, so it pulverizes the rock underneath it as it moves. It doesn't really do itself any favors, does it? Because this dust then blows off the side of the mountain and it collects here. And it's a darker color than the ice, so it absorbs the heat from the sun very easily and melts the glacier underneath of it that much faster. Shortly here. Oh yeah, have a look through the mirror. They are squeaky clean. Oh, no, I'm not really joking. We don't want to add to the dirt out here. It's melting for a few reasons. One, it's hot out there, and two, that dirt is an attractor of sunlight. Now, in just a moment, we're going to go past a little walking group. And this is Icewalks. We're not officially affiliated with them. But we do share space in our staff accommodation. And I know for a fact that this guide in the gray jacket here, he's the reason all the good snacks were gone this morning. But if you're looking for a more hands-on glacier experience, you want to go for a hike, they'll take you for a 3-kilometer or a 6-kilometer hike. They'll show you all the things that make a glacier dangerous, like crevasses, which are big cracks in the ice, and mineral wells, which are like big, scary water slides of doom. They'll do that safely, of course. Now that goes to say glaciers are pretty dangerous places to be. So what we've done is we've created a safety zone for you to explore. We've filled in the cracks, we've filled in the holes, and we've set red boundary signs to show you where the safety spot ends and where the cracks begin. It's August, it's warm out there, relatively speaking. So there's some big cracks, big holes opening up just past the safety zone. Alas, please, let's keep our socks dry and our friends safe. And please stay on our side of the safety zone. I'm also going to ask that you don't go behind the buses. Please don't go in between the buses. And please don't go under the bus. I'm serious. Don't do it. Does anyone have a clock or a phone? Do you know what time it is? It's 5:41. Right on schedule. Actually, we're ahead of schedule. We're gonna leave here at 6:15. You'll know it's getting close to 6:15 because I'll give you a little warning honk. It'll sound like this. So you know, it's about that time to come back to the bus, please and thank you. We're in bus 541. It looks like every other bus out there, except mine says 541. And I've got an owl sticker on my door. So please come back to bus 541, the owl bus. We are going to leave at 6:15. Again, my name is Ness. I'm going to be out there. I'll be around. I'm happy to take your picture. I'm happy to help fill up your water bottle. I can answer any questions you might have. And just before I let you loose, I've got two very important questions for you. Which bus are you on? Yes, all good answers. And what time are we leaving? I love you guys. We're gonna have a great time out there.
At naririto na nga kami sa taas ng bundok sa Athabasca Glacier at siya nga pala yung nag-drive ng malaking bus na sinakyan namin. Super galing niya mag-explain at marami ka ring matututunan about sa history ng lugar na ito. Habang hinihintay ko ang aking family makababa ay ramdam po ng lamig at lakas ng hangin dito sa taas. Kaya ay mute ko muna ang audio at samahan mo muna kaming i-enjoy ang pagpasyal natin dito sa Glacier Walk. Kung kayo ay pupunta at papasyal dito, master, ay i-advise ko lang sa'yo na magsuot ka ng proper dress gaya ng jacket at kung may winter shoes ka na madadala, ay gamitin mo na rin. May possibility kasing mabasa ang iyong paa dito gaya na nangyari sa amin. At magdala ka rin pala ng mug or pwede na rin yung water bottle dahil dito sa lugar na ito, ang pinakamalinis na spring water na iyong maiinom. At syempre, libre to. At dahil limited lang ang pag-stay dito kaya kailangan sabayan na rin natin ng pictorial para madagdagan ang ating mga pictures sa travel natin. So magmula dito sa Columbia Icefield Building ay inihatid tayo ng shuttle bus papunta sa station na kung saan sasakay tayo sa Ice Explorer at ito yung malaking red bus na sinakyan namin paakyat dito sa Athabasca Glacier. Alam mo ba na 550 million years ago ay puno ito ng tubig dati? Kaya lahat ng makikita mong bundok dito ay sea floors lang sila. Mind-blowing, di ba? And also 6 kilometers ang haba nito at 1 kilometer wide naman ang lapad. Ang laki nito, di ba? Grabe. At ang sabi nila, itong glacier ay may 10,000 years old na. Nung pababa kami papuntang glacier, ang altitude declining nito ay 32% gradient. Sobrang tarik ang binabaan namin kaya medyo nakakatakot din pero safe naman yung lapad ng dinadaanan. Maraming salamat kung nakabot ka sa part na ito, Master. At dahil sobrang haba na ng video natin ngayon, ay itutuloy na lang natin sa part 3, yung Columbia Icefield Skywalk. Master, palambing naman kung bago ka pa lang dito sa ating channel, ay pakiclick mo ng like button, subscribe button at ang bell notification para maging updated ka sa mga susunod nating video. Once again, ako po si Josel, ang inyong kamaster na nilalamig na dito sa Glacier Walk sa Alberta, Canada. At ito po ang aming buhay dito sa Canada. Super duper respect! Yeba! Grabe, ang lamig dito, Master!
Master JC Channel.
Next on Master JC Channel. Una, nakaka-excite sa mga picture mga ito. Pero pagbaba pa lang namin ng bus, iba na yung pakiramdam ko. Hindi ko makuha tumingin ng matagal sa baba. Sobrang nakakalula kasi hindi ko akalain na ganito pala kataas ito. Master, kaya mo rin ba maglakad dito? Abangan mo yung susunod na episode.